Welcome home to St. Anne's. We want you to know that you're welcome to join us at 10 a.m. on Sundays. Please be sure to hit subscribe to receive our sermons. We can't wait to meet you.
Y'all are probably like, who is this priest all of a sudden? Look at her, wearing vestments and stuff. It's fine, I still got my chucks on underneath, so it's okay. But I wore white ones for the occasion. I changed the color of my chucks for the day. Hallelujah, Christ is risen. Lord is risen indeed. Hallelujah. All right, so last night, some of you may know, because you're on Facebook with me. I was busy drinking margaritas while I was stuffing Easter eggs for my kids' Easter egg hunt while I was working on the sermon. And women know how to multitask. And this conversation broke out between my clergy pals about how they don't preach on Easter. Your priest does, though. So I was like, you don't preach on Easter. It's like the high holy day. Like, that is the ultimate in clergy laziness. And I get it. Holy Week is a rough run for us. And it's a rough run for all of you who have been like, I know she says that we should, do stuff on Monday, Thursday. And then she's like, we need to do stuff for Good Friday. And we're all tired, and nobody wants to do any of those things. So God bless you for being here. You came because there's an Easter egg hunt, didn't you? And you knew that you could tax the kids. You could, grab a piece. However, if you touch my Cadbury eggs, I'd say I'd come for you, but I don't move very fast. But I just want you to remember, when a priest says, damn you, it counts. Don't mess with the Cadbury eggs, y'all. All right. Easter, happy Easter, my friends. So what do we talk about? In fact, speaking of Facebook, there's a meme going around that says, in the interest of biblical accuracy, only women are allowed to preach today and to share the good news. I know. And I want us to go over this story because I've noted to you guys a little bit that John, when John writes, likes to have his little side comments, like, I'm the favorite. We were running a race. I was the fastest. You pick that up? John is always like, I'm the beloved one. When we were running the race, I won the race. Don't worry so much about John's little asides. It's not important. What is important is that they have had a crushing blow. Crushing blow. Because they didn't really, truly expect the crucifixion to happen. Not really. And then it did. And he died. And they had to bury him. And that's not what the plan was. None of this was part of the plan. They thought. Jesus knows it was part of the plan. But they didn't. And so you and I know this part of the story. We know about Easter. But they didn't. And so I want us to go into Mary's mindset, okay? Because she truly is the beloved disciple. When we go back into scriptures and we actually look at stuff, we know that it is indeed Mary Magdalene who is the beloved disciple. She's always there, and she's the one that actually gets all the information. I don't know if she runs the fastest, but... So the last thing that she can do, and those of you who have suffered loss will understand this. I mean, anyone here not suffered loss? Go ahead, raise your little paw. Yeah, we all have, right? In fact, you'll notice I switched my coffee mug today because I'm really missing my dad today. I'm not going to cry. Not going to do it. But we've all suffered loss, right? And we know that the last thing we can do when we suffer that loss is to not necessarily be with the body, but to like gather those things that remind us of that person and honor that person, right? And that's what Mary Magdalene can do. She can't do anything else. But she can go and she can anoint his body. She can do that. That is the one thing that she has left to honor her best friend. He's not there. He's not there. So the last thing that she can do has been robbed of her. That is a rough blow. That's a super rough blow. And so she's doing all she can do. She's weeping in the garden. She's lost complete control. And if you've been in that place, you know that like when you are in that place, you are completely unaware of your surroundings. Your grief is all you can feel. It's the only place you are. It creates a tunnel vision, right? And so that's where she is. She's probably balled up in the garden, freaking out, because that's all she can do. And then there's this voice. A voice says, hey, why are you crying? Why are you crying? And because she's in that tunnel vision, because it seems ridiculous, right? When we read this, it seems ridiculous. You're like, you mistook him for the gardener? I mean, really? But if you've ever been in that grief place, you understand that tunnel vision, right? That's all she can feel. And she wants his body back because that's all she's got. But when does she realize who it is? He says her name. Jesus says her name. Mary. Mary. And I want you to take a minute because y'all not named Mary. Right? But you've been in the garden. We've all been in the garden, in the tunnel vision, right? And I want you to hear God saying, hey, you, hey, why are you crying? It's okay. It's okay. I got this. I got this. And it doesn't feel like God got this. You've been in this place, right? Does it feel like God got this? No. You're like, God, you've made some seriously bad decisions. It'd be great if you would show up. And God does. God shows up and says our name. Our name. And that's a big deal. That is a big deal that in our most crisis moments, God says our name. And I want you to pay attention in our readings as we go along about when people realize that Jesus is Jesus. Because Jesus is going to pop around and make some visitations. But like, hey, back y'all. I'm back y'all. So we got about a month of I'm back y'all. Nobody ever recognizes Jesus. None of them. They never recognize Jesus until Jesus speaks to them directly. And it's hard to hear Jesus, isn't it? It's really, really hard. Because whether it be our grief or our distraction because we're busy, whatever is going on in our lives, it can be super hard to hear Jesus. So today, rest in the garden. Trust me. Oh gosh, I know it's hard to trust me. But can you for one day? Just trust me. God is saying your name. Trust me. God is saying your name. In the midst of your chaos, in the midst of your busyness, in the midst of your personal trauma. Anyone here not going through personal trauma? Y'all like, things are great. Everything. if there is one thing we Christians can do, it's be real. Okay? I know you're going through stuff. I don't know what it is necessarily. I know some of your stuff. I don't know all your stuff. Some of you know my stuff. Some of my stuff. You don't know all my stuff. But we do know that we're all going through stuff, don't we? And here's what I want you to know. Here's what I want you to know. That in the midst of that stuff, God shows up. Easter is not about the bright, clean, all the glorious stuff. It's about in the midst of our stuff, in the midst of our chaos, God says our name. And God shows up in that moment. And that's what I want you to hear today. Now, God bless you if you go to a church where the priest doesn't preach on Easter. But here's the thing. I think it is so important for us to hear these things because what we like to do is prettify things. We like to clean them up and prettify things, right? We're going to clean up. We're going to go to church. We're going to act like it's great. Might wear our little hats. Oh, God, the last time I made fun of church hats, y'all came the next week. Okay, this is what happens when I make jokes in sermons. I pay for them later. But we want to pretend that it's fine, right? We do. We want to pretend it's fine. We want all these people, look around. We want all these people to think everything's perfect. Look, all these people know it isn't perfect because they know it's not perfect for them. And it's not perfect for you. But you want to know what is? Some time in the garden with Jesus. So today, rest in that place. Rest in that place. Trust in that place. And guess what? We're going to say all hallelujah. So, hallelujah, the Lord is risen. The Lord is risen indeed. Hallelujah. Yes. I know. We've been spending weeks trying not to say it.
We want you to know that you're welcome to join us at 10 a.m. on Sundays. Please be sure to hit subscribe to receive our sermons. We can't wait to meet you.